Hello there, people of the internet, and welcome back to another Nerd Central video. Today I am going to be starting my reviews of the Harry Potter films with my review of the first one, which is The Philosopher's Stone. Enjoy. So taking a look at the cover, and just a little note, this is the DVD from the entire 8-film collection, just a little note there. It says Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone at the top, sorry about the glare. It says year 1, it has a snippet of that original promotional art that we saw, which is also very cool. We also get all the credits of the people involved in making it down there. Pause if you want to read that. Then on the inside you can see it, this comes packed with the Chamber of Secrets as well, but today we're focusing on the Philosopher's Stone. As you can see, there's the disc which has Harry and a picture of Hogwarts as well as the title, which is very cool. And then it just has a picture of Harry playing Quidditch with a little snippet of a review there, and the synopsis there. Pause if you want to read it. So, as for the presentation for the Philosopher's Stone part of this DVD, because as you can see on the back, it features something for the Chamber of Secrets, but we're not going into that today. It's just rather average, I think. It's a bit lackluster. It just seems like it's been thrown together quite quick, I think. So yeah, as for presentation, not that good, to be honest. But yeah, now we'll get on to the most important part, which is my thoughts on the film itself. So yeah, what are my thoughts on Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or as it's known in America, the Sorcerer's Stone? Well, just a little bit of knowledge. I remember watching this when I was very young. I think my mum or my dad, I forgot what it was, used to have this on DVD back in like 2004. And yeah, I used to love watching this. But a few years ago, I sort of fell out of love a little bit with the Harry Potter franchise. I just hadn't watched it for years, and I don't know, I just didn't watch it for a few years. So I just thought, in order to sort of provide you with more diverse content, and in order to get a bit down nostalgia lane, I'm going to rewatch all 8 films, so you can expect reviews of all them coming over the next week. I might try to do one each week, so that'll take us into February, I think it is. But anyway, what do I think of this film from my childhood? Watching it on rewatch, well, I think it's fantastic. I really do like it, and I'll get into my reasons now. First of all, I have to say I love the soundtrack to this film. Like, you might be hearing the Harry Potter theme in the background now, I don't know. Future self put that there. But anyway, John Williams does a fantastic job with the soundtracks to these. He manages to get some emotional pieces at certain points, some scary pieces at others, like when they're going into the dark forest. And then he manages to just get some magical moments, like when you hear that title theme, like when they're entering Hogwarts. It's just really cool. They do really do a good job with the soundtracks, I think. I also love the castings in this film, as I think for the majority of parts, the actors fit their roles perfectly, I think. I mean, obviously, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint are still trying to get to grips with their roles as Ron, Harry and Hermione, but I think they do it quite well, because Daniel Radcliffe is quite good for an actor at his age, and even though Hermione in particular can get a bit annoying at some point, Emma Watson does act her well, and like Rupert Grint acts Ron well, I think. Also, the guy who plays Dumbledore, I forgot his name, but the original Dumbledore, I think he's just so good in the role. He really has this sort of air about him of a sort of old wise wizard who sort of has this sort of like friendly charm to him that I think not the other Dumbledore, even though he's brilliant, doesn't manage to capture. But yeah, I think all of the sort of castings in this are good, like Maggie Smith, I think it is, as what's her name, Professor McGonagall's brilliant. What's he called, the guy who plays Snape, Alan Rickman, I think it is, he's good. And the guy who plays Hagrid is just perfect. I really do like the castings in this film. I also love how they set up mysteries in this that get answered later on, like the mystery of what happened to Harry's parents, because it sort of does get answered that Dumbledore did kill them, but we don't know for what reason, and if you know the later films, that gets tied up. So yeah, I really do like how like they set up mysteries in this, and because it's the first one, everything feels so mysterious. and mystical that it's just really brilliant to watch, because as a child and even as an adult you're like, whoa, what's all this mean? I mean, all these mysteries that get set up and resolved, it is really cool. I will do like that. This relates back to how I say the castings are brilliant, but I also love how the film makes us hate the Dursleys. If you don't know, they're the family that Harry has to live with for the first 11 years of his life, you know, since his parents were killed, the people that we see at the beginning of the film. And something that shows how good the castings are, they actually make us detest these people that should just be a normal family. But the way that they treat Harry and the way that they almost bully him, it's just brilliant to see how the film can make us hate characters so well. I mean, there is another infamous, character in the Harry Potter franchise that we hate even more. Cats in paintings. That's a little, a little clue for you. But anyway, yeah, I really do love how the film makes us hate the Dursleys. I also love how I don't think it's really shown in a lot of the later ones. Well, I know powerful magic is shown in a lot of the later ones, but I think in the first two films, I think that's when we see magical. It's most like mysterious, and you know, it seems like magic, because in a lot of the later ones the spells are more like weapons and, you know, they're more like tools to be used. But in this one, it's like you've just gone into a wizard's world, and it's so magical and mysterious. Like when you hear there are dark magic, and you get to hear that unicorn blood can sustain life, and just all these things that makes you think, whoa, there is a lot of magic out there, and you actually see them learning their magical skills. And yeah, I really do love how powerful and mysterious magic feels in this one. I also love all of the sets in the film, because this is something that runs on throughout all of the films, but it's especially prevalent in the first two, I think. All of the sets are just beautiful. Like when you actually enter Hogwarts for the first time, it will just feel like this mysterious magical castle. And if the set designers wouldn't have been that good, they could have mucked it up. It could have just looked like a normal school. But the locations that they chose are so brilliant, and the halls and that are so well designed. It does really feel like this century-old castle where they teach magic. I really do love the sets, and like you get Diagon Alley and all the magical pubs and all these stuff when compared to, let's say, the normal suburban life. It's just really cool how magical it feels. I really do love that. I also love how we are introduced to the Weasleys in this. In that it's just rather coincidental, and it's just rather magical, hinted at by it's Harry Potter. But just how they bump into each other, like Harry's wondering how to get to platform 9 3/4, and we just see him sort of bump into Ron and his family. And I really do like that, because it really just feel like a natural friendship, like how at schools you would, let's say, just be in class and you'd be like, let's say, doing some work, and you just get put with someone, and then you'd end up becoming lifelong friends with that person. So yeah, I really do like how he meets the Weasleys in this. One thing I don't like, and I don't like this throughout the whole franchise, I'll get onto it later, but I do think it's a bit, I don't know, almost far-fetched. It's a bit weird saying that with Harry Potter, because the whole concept is, but let's say we take the wizard stuff as fact, yeah. I do think it's a bit silly how fast Draco and Harry take a dislike to each other, because yes, I get it, Draco's a bit of a stuck-up, you know what, and he hates like Ron and that, but I'd have preferred it if we'd have got to see more development, or maybe they start off with a little dislike towards each other, then they sort of over the course of the movie will hate each other. But from the moment Harry says no or whatever to Draco, you can see that Draco hates him, and I think it just moves a bit faster. I would have preferred it if they'd have spent longer with their relationship deteriorating. So yeah, I don't really like that. I do like how in the first two films especially, you'll see a pattern here, we get to see different aspects of a student's life, and it really just feels like we're watching him go to Hogwarts through the eyes of an almost 11-year-old boy, because as the films go on, the sort of focus rightly moves away from Hogwarts and into the battle with Voldemort. But I just love in the first two films how it feels like a school life, and we get to see like all these different classes in Hogwarts, and it really makes us feel a part of Harry's journey into the wizarding world. So yeah, I really do like that. I also love how, because Harry is in the first year of school, people around the age of 11 can relate to him, because I remember when I was younger and going into school, and when I watched Harry Potter, I could relate to like the troubles that Harry's getting, you know, with that. he's still getting used to this new school and all, you know, sort of that stuff. So yeah, I really do like how we can relate to Harry in a way that we can't to that many other characters, to be honest. Something else I don't like about the franchise, although it's only a little gripe, is how everybody in Slytherin seems to be instantly evil. Like, I can't remember one good person that was in Slytherin, and I do think it's a bit, I don't know, just a bit silly. Yeah, I mean, I'd have liked it if we'd have got a mixture, like there's some good in Slytherin, some bad, and there's some bad in Gryffindor, some good. And I'd have actually preferred it if Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw would have actually got more to do throughout the entire franchise, because they do seem to get forgotten in order for Gryffindor and Slytherin to take sort of head roles. But yeah, I'd have preferred it if, I don't know, maybe the bits of the story were spread out between all three houses. So yeah, that's a little gripe. I love how the duo, or trio should I say, of Ron, Harry and Hermione have to pass 3 or 4 distinct challenges in order to reach the Philosopher's Stone, because it sort of does feel like a puzzle maze almost. Because first of all, they have to pass the 3-headed dog, then they have to get through that sort of weed stuff, you know, a devil's snare I think it is, that keeps entrapping them, and then they have to play a game of Wizard's Chess, which is really cool. I remember really loving that scene, and I do really like it. Like where they're on the horses and there's massive chess pieces moving about and fighting each other. It is really cool, and it doesn't really make you think that Wizard's Chess is real, and it really wants you to it to be real. Because I remember when I was younger thinking, oh, I wish Wizard's Chess were real. Like seeing the pieces attack each other, that would be so cool. But anyway, yeah, I love how it almost feels like an obstacles course for them to try and sort of get to the Philosopher's Stone, because it will just make you think that Harry, Ron and Hermione have sort of earned their, you know, magical talents by the end of the film. I do really like that. I also do like the concept that Voldemort was hiding in plain sight all the time, because you get to hear a lot about this Voldemort who killed Harry's parents and that, and you think, oh, he's going to be some like big wizard, or he's actually going to come out of the shadows and, you know, he's going to be a full-bodied wizard. But no, he's a parasite living off the back of Quirrell's head. And it does actually show you Voldemort's power, being that even when he's supposedly died, he can just latch onto another life form and sort of live out his days like that, and, you know, sort of influence them to do stuff. And yeah, I do really like how Voldemort was living in plain sight all the time. Overall, I think that Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is a brilliant start to the series. It introduces us to the main characters really well and makes us like them, even though in the first one Hermione is a bit whiny and a bit annoying, I have to say. It introduces us to all of these different hanging mysteries, like who is Voldemort, what happened to Harry's parents, etc. And also just sets up loads of things that get resolved in future films. And it also gives us a glimpse of the Wizarding World better than any of the other films, in my opinion, because it's not explained that much and it does seem really magical. That's one aspect I do like about the earlier films, I have to say. Although it does annoy me how when somebody is put in Slytherin, they are automatically evil, and I don't like how fast Draco takes a dislike to Harry, as I would have preferred that to be maybe dragged out over the course of the film, but that's only a little gripe. But overall, it's still a very enjoyable film and a great start to the series. I love this one. 9 out of 10. This has been another Nerd Central video. Thank you for watching. Comment down below your thoughts on Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Do you like it? Do you not? Where does this go in your Harry Potter film ranking or book ranking, if you wanna? Comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Click the subscribe button that should be appearing on your screens in order to get more Nerd Central videos. I do some film reviews like this. I do a lot of comic reviews and a lot of Doctor Who reviews, especially Big Finish content. And I'm trying to diversify the channel a little bit, like adding in a few more film and comic reviews, as lately I have been focusing a lot on Doctor Who and I want to sort of spread it out a bit. So yeah, if any of that appeals to you, click that button. Check in the description for links to the Facebook and Twitter pages in order to keep up to date with me and to get exclusive behind the scenes content like thumbnails and announcements. And yeah, this has been Nerd Central. Thank you for watching my review of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I'll see you next time with another video. Goodbye, my dears, and thanks for watching.